Hasidic Yiddish street poster time, and because, as some of you know, I can't handle the cold, I look like this, a snowman. Okay, so this is a new poster that went up today that says Gewalt, Mishtimmen für die kritischste Wahl in our Leben. We're voting for the most critical election in our lives. There are upcoming mayoral elections in New York City for mayor, and our mayor Eric Adams is not running for re-election. I'm sure many of you know the front runner is Mamdani, and it says there is only a week left to register to vote. Everyone must vote. Not voting is not an option. And they are talking about a registration to vote drive, and it is hung by Jewish Communities Mobilizes for Hatzulis, New York, which means the Jewish community mobilizes for the saving of New York. There's been a series of these posters about 2 weeks ago that I didn't get to do a video on, that were asking people to register to vote, that they were trying to recruit thousands of Hasidic Jews to register to vote in order to show the community's power. And now they are, I guess, amping it up by saying Gewalt, which is like, oh my, it's really dire. We need to get people to register to vote in the last minute. What I find really interesting about this drive to get the community to vote is it is not telling people who to vote. It is not telling people vote for this candidate, your life depends on it, but it's just saying your participation in the American election system, specifically New York City, which of course has such implications on this New York City based community, will have enormous implications on our community, just because, as I understand it, the entire community voting is a very powerful tool to then negotiate to the community's ends. In other words, if there's a very active citizenship in the voting process, then those citizens can then have a lot more power with whoever the in position, the elected politician ends up being. So it's not so much this is our candidate or that is our candidate, it's much more we need to be very civically engaged. And that might include engaging with Mamdani, who a lot of Jews have more criticism of, and this community has been open to building a bridge. Recently, Mamdani issued a letter to the community in Yiddish, so it's been interesting how strategic and not idealistic the political story here has been.